Carson Cooper for you. All right, so it's your fourth time going into this. I mean, what do you look forward to, I guess, about this event?
I mean, it's always just like the start of kind of the pinpoint start of every year, I think. And as a team, I think for the new guys, it's like they're starting an eye-opening moment of like how much people care about us and the support that we have, because a lot of these guys, they don't know until they really see everybody and see how everyone shows up and everything. But for me, I just love always seeing the fans, seeing the support that we have, and really getting out meeting new people all the time. So.
It's been great being a captain. What's it been like?
Yeah, appreciate it.
For a couple weeks. What does that mean to you, and what do you have to do now?
Yeah, it's huge. 5 or 6 years ago, this is something I probably would have, I would have died for, and it's something that I value, and I think that Coach values the experience and stuff with me being here, and then also it establishes a lot of confidence in myself and what I do and what I can do to help out other guys, and it's not just about the title, but having the the experience and the confidence and the the voice that people listen to and are able to learn from. So,
how much three-point shooting is he planning on doing this season? Tom said he's good with you taking the shot, but he has concerns about the value.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shooting. If I'm open, I'm shooting pretty much this year. I think I got to convince him still, but if I'm open, I'm shooting it, and I just, I've worked on it all summer, and I know that's something I've worked on, and it's something that I've kind of had in my game, but now I've got the confidence and experience, and I've been here long enough. I think I deserve it, and really reward myself a little bit with shooting those. So I'm not going to be chucking them like Jaden and Jasper last year and all that, but if I can shoot some wide open ones, I will for sure.
It seems like you work on some other parts of your offensive game, so hand on the ball or just stuff around the rim. Was that an offensive emphasis, that type of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it probably the last 2 years during the summer and stuff, is just continue to work on my offensive game and stuff, because I think my defense is my my strength, and I really need to become an offensive threat. So I think this summer I probably have my best summer when it comes to feeling good and feeling how my shots feeling good, and really finishing around the rim well, and just kind of understanding how our offense is and knowing what to work on. And I think I've got a good repertoire of stuff that I've mastered. So I'm excited to use it this year.
Yeah. What are your favorite memories that you have of MSU Madness over your first few years?
I think the first year probably was my favorite. Just you don't really know what to expect until you get out there, and when they kind of just tell you to go out and crowd surf, and you laugh a little bit because if you think they're joking, and then they're like, no, for real, you actually have to jump out there, and they will catch you, and they'll crowd surf you all the way over, and you're like, wait, what? And it's awesome. It's so cool, and I guess that's the camp out, but the Madness part's really fun too, and just walking out and having the themes. And I think one year was around Halloween, so we got to dress up, and that was really cool, because it's always fun early on in the season. We can kind of have a laugh and get to meet everybody in kind of like a less serious environment, and everyone has a good time. So.
Carson, you have a couple new freshmen on the squad this year. You were talking a little bit about the camp out. What do you hope they take away from this experience? Like you were saying, it's a whole brand new thing.
I hope they just take away that the guys that we have are really the fans that we have are really the best, and they're going to support us no matter what. There's not many people that can go out and find any other countries or any other schools across the country and have that many people show up to these events, and we have the turnout, and we have the camp out and all that. It's just I hope they really get out of their comfort zone a little bit, meet new people, kind of explore, and just kind of open up a little bit. So.
Being before, how many times Tom was talking today about being on Trey to get back defensively and kind of make a joke. Over the years, how many times have you seen him make that kind of early statement to new guys, and being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he told us straight up, he said, these new guys, I'm gonna pick practices where I'm gonna go at you, because I'm gonna see exactly how much you can take. and I gotta know how I can coach you. So, certain days are certain people, and especially, today it might be one guy, then the next day it might be one guy, and he's just trying to figure out how they respond. And if some guys can, be a little bit more tougher mentally and bounce back quicker, then it's somebody that we can trust later in the game that it's getting tougher or it's crunch time or something like that. But if someone's a little softer mentally, then we got to know how to approach that too. So.
When you were a freshman, was there a time where you thought he was picking on you?
Yeah, like every day. But like I was pretty strong mentally. I didn't have a big ego coming in. I was humble, and I was just kind of able to take everything with a grain of salt and kind of understand that I'm. Especially coming in underrecruited, I was blessed to be here, and I wasn't entitled to anything. And I think that nowadays that's kind of rare. So I think for me as a captain, to the younger guys and to the new guys, making sure they feel the same way is huge. So,
kind of piggybacking off of that, how have you kind of worked, I guess, with the younger guys, especially being a senior captain now? How have you kind of worked with them to kind of work them into the system and kind of help them figure out things? Because this is a new process for a lot of them.
Yeah. So for me, Malik Hall was my guy when I was a freshman. He was my mentor, he was my captain that really helped me grow up to who I am and the player I am now. But so for me, I'm kind of trying to do what he did to me, and that's just really, be someone that they can lean on, someone that they can ask questions to, but also someone that they can know that whatever I'm doing it correctly, and they can really look at me as leading by example. I think that's the biggest thing, and that's something that what I looked up to Malik doing, even though he was kind of playing a 4, I was playing a 5, but just being there and looking up to him and kind of understanding what he's doing and trying to mirror that. So for me, it's just kind of letting the new guys know what to do and how to execute it and making sure they're doing it at a high level. So.
How important is that, especially when the coaches are kind of getting on those transfers, getting on the freshmen, and they're kind of taking to it? How important is that to have captains like that they can really reach out to and kind of help them figure things out?
Yeah, it's huge. Coach always says it. A player-coach team is better than a coach-coach team because. When coach says something, naturally you're going to take it a different way than if your teammate said it. And obviously, there's times where, I might tell someone 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then it might get to a point where it's got to be, a little bit more direct, a little more forceful. But I think we got guys where we don't have to get to that point. Now we got guys that are, willing to learn, and they come here knowing that it's a tough environment, and they know that they kind of got to trust the vets and understand that we know what we're doing and listen to us. If you have a player-coach team, then we'll be in good shape.
What do you think about this blend of guys that you're captain with? Obviously, you guys have all been around and putting your time here, but what do we do sort of bring to that spot? And just as a group of 4, what's that look like?
Yeah, I think Coach, that was something that we met about a lot, was just the experience part, and then also having guys from multiple positions is huge. Like, it's not like we have 3 point guards or 3 centers that are all captains. We got Conis at 3, me and Jackson as a 4-5, and then Fears as a 1. Like, all these guys have played different positions. They've been here for a couple years. Kind of like what I said earlier, it's rare to find people that have been there for that long and really understand how coaches work and how the plays work and how the system works. So, coach valued that, and for us, it's kind of just leading your skill group and making sure that you can, get the guys on track, and Fierce can handle the point guards, and we can get Jesse and Cam going too. So,
is part of that sort of being like stewards of the culture, I guess, for lack of a better term, when you have so many new guys?
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of like what I said, just like, continue to lead by example, and just kind of understanding that, you kind of took the crap early, and now you can, kind of relay that to the younger guys without actually coach having to do that to them. So it's, hopefully saving them a little bit of, tough times. So.
In theory.